Shalom, everybody. I wanted to talk briefly about my back. 20 years of trucking. No, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to talk to you about presumptuousness or assuming. This is something that most people will disagree with or say that you're going overboard with this stuff, but I'll just tell you the way that I see it, and you can judge for yourself. We as people, I've been guilty of it. For that matter, many things I talk about I've been guilty of. That's how I've learned. We assume in many ways little things that actually are a telltale sign of how we really think. For instance, if I am heading out the door, going to the store, and I tell you, I'm going to the store, I'll be back in a half an hour, I'll see you later. That's an assumption. How do I know I'll see you later? How do I know it'll be 30 minutes? An hour? How do I know? How do I know I'll even come back? There's no telling what can happen between here and the end of the block at the first stop sign, or while I'm at the store. So why say such silly things? You never really want to say, I'll see you later. How do you know? How do you know you'll be breathing before you get to the end of the driveway? And again, you may think, oh, come on, man, get real. Well, this is real. It's the same thing with, I'll see you tomorrow as you're leaving work. Or, good night, I'll see you tomorrow. Or, I'll see you on Wednesday for lunch. No, you may very well not see them Wednesday for lunch. So why say it? The thing that we don't like to say is, God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. God willing, I'll get back from the store. And again, anything else is an assumption. By saying I'll see you tomorrow assumes that you're going to wake up tomorrow. And it's a very subtle thing. I'm not trying to be ridiculous. It's just like when your children who are 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, especially teenagers, they tell you things that they have no idea are going to happen or not. They make huge assumptions. They're very presumptuous. And as we get older in life, we do the same thing. Because we think that we are in control. Well, I'm going to the store and I'm coming back. You don't know that. How many people have been killed or kidnapped or raped or robbed on the way to the store and back? To be blunt about it, to be direct and forthright. So why say it? Why not just be humble enough to admit that you don't have control over circumstance. I don't. Nobody does. So when your children, tell you, "Hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm going to do the other," and blah blah blah. How many times have you interrupted them and said, "No, you're not. You're not doing that." And what do? They act like, "What are you talking about? I can do that." No, not unless I tell you can. And that's the same thing with us and the creator of the universe, our Father in heaven. So I'm not trying to be anything but realistic. Please just don't misunderstand me. So, just take it for thought, and perhaps try to change the way that you talk, the way that you think, the way that you do. Even in your own mind, when you're, making your plans. Your plans are just that, your plans, my plans. And it took me a long time to change my mind and say to myself, to say it out loud. That's how you change your mind. You speak out loud. So your ear hears it, and then it finally gets into your heart. When your ear hears something and you filter it through your mind, and then you believe it, it settles into your heart, and then you actually do it, believe it, have faith in it. So it took me a long time to even just say to myself, Father, if you're willing, God willing, I'll do thus and so. I'll go here and there. I'll do this, do that. And you just have to humble yourself. Because even though you're, 25, 35, 50, 51, I'm 51, or 81, you would do yourself well to change your mind about being presumptuous. And I'm sure many of you can testify, I certainly can. When you get presumptuous, or you assume things, or you say things, especially when you say things, and then they don't happen. Well, maybe not maybe, but you actually need to have more of the fear of God in you, to be quite frank. So anyhow, I guess that about covers that. Just trying to put it here in a nutshell, in 10 minutes or less, so to speak. Anyhow, I appreciate you taking the time to listen, and maybe it helps. Shalom.